Only in my city, this a god, yeah. Shot goes out the J, he's a bad man.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, folks. My name's Ernie Johnson. His name is Kenny the Jet Smith. His name is Shaquille O'Neal. The playoffs are right around the corner as we...
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. You look at the Cavaliers. They're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And then there's Steven Adams, then there's Kevin Love, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already a physical specimen and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Precise execution from AI. In the pick and roll, timing is the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Clarkson against Murray. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely.
Jordan Clarkson showing the ability to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
Now, here's AI. He's covered by Clarkson. AI passes to Aldridge. Over Adams, and that one's good by Aldridge. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with Cleveland's head coach. Said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
That's great use of size and length. Tough down low when guys are battling for that board.
And there's the bucket from Medu.
Well, this is what you like to see from AI. He's seeing the whole floor, and he makes the unselfish play.
Love outside. The pass to Stevenson. Back to Love. Adams in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clarkson. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
He gets it in there. Medu's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Adams trying to free himself up. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
Well, we talk a lot about players moving around, trying to create super teams, Doris, but talk about the challenge of coaching a team with all those big-name players.
Well, the first thing a coach has to do is you have got to manage the expectations, and those expectations come from a variety of fields, right? The ownership, the players themselves, and the fan base all have expectations of what they want. So you got to manage that. The other part is great players all have ego. Everybody wants their touches. Everyone wants to feel the basketball. So trying to manage a super team involves an awful lot of things. And let's not forget, players 6 through 10 have got to help your team win as well.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Charlotte Hornets. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
different look now for San Antonio. Davis Bertans checks in for Medu. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's White in for Murray. And then for Cleveland, Zizic has checked in for Steven Adams. John Henson comes in for Kevin Love. And Barton subbed in for Clarkson.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
AI outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. Basket is good. The assist from AI. AI's got 6 assists now in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Sexton kicks to Stevenson. To the paint. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, AI tracks the play, times his move. Get it out of here.
White, good.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
And stolen by Aldridge. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bertans' shot is good.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Here's Sexton. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to White. Here's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. White's got 5 now.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Spurs lead by 13. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K. With the playoffs fast approaching, Kevin Love discussed what it will take to end the regular season on a strong note.
We just have to continue to develop a lot better habits, becoming crunch time here, especially in the regular season.
And that's the mentality of a winning team. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Medu, he's checked in for Davis Bertans. DeRozan comes in for Walker. Murray's checked in for White. And AI is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Then for the Cavaliers, Adams, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Kevin Love comes in for Henson. And it's Clarkson in for Sexton. We've got Murray. Aldridge out there with Medu. Then it's DeRozan. And it's AI in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Cleveland. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Heat was outstanding. He finished with 27 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
Barton drives in. Adams kicks it out to Stevenson. Another shot, and it's Barton that time on the assist from Stevenson. Barton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
AI passes to Aldridge. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Barton surveying the floor. On the wing, Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. And here's Love from the arc. Rebound by Murray. And DeRozan kicks to AI. Goes back up. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, when AI is attacking the offensive glass, you better put a body on him. He'll take advantage and make you look silly.
And so it's San Antonio. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
And why not, Greg, right? If you continue to produce, just get him shot after shot. Super assertive right now on the interior.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Larry Drew. They've got Sexton, Kevin Love out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 spot. Back to Love. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
From the moment he entered the league, Kevin Love has been one of the top offensive rebounders in the NBA. Simply tenacious.
AI right side. Good work there as it goes. AI's got 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage. You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up, and often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
A different look now for San Antonio. Davis Bertans checks in for Medu, and it's White in for Murray. Henson's checked in for the Cavaliers. Marquise Chris comes in for Kevin Love.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside, White. AI outside, Aldridge. Basket is good, the assist from AI. AI's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Cavaliers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Sexton kicks to Henson. Dishes it to Clarkson. Right wing. Now here's Sexton. White covering. Tries again. Goes up again. Rejected by AI. In transition, here comes San Antonio. DeRozan leading the charge.
And they're just dominating on both ends.
.125 left in the third quarter of the game. AI right side. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at San Antonio. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, there's the Thunder sitting directly below him, just 1 spot down.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd go even 1 step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Well, this guy was a big-time recruit in high school, and things didn't work out immediately for AI. But here he was, willing to put in the work, adjust your perspective, and get where you want to be.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. And AI with the stuff.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
Tipped away. Passes it to Mann. From 12 feet out. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there. And instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 16-5 run here. It's AI on the wing. 12 points for him. 4 seconds left. And AI with the stuff.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's San Antonio just dominating this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. DeRozan out there with Medu. Then it's AI. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Osman. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
Travis Bertans checks in for the Spurs. And then for Cleveland, Chris comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Robertson in for Kevin Love. Spurs on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Stolen. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here they go. Chris kicks to Osman. Here's Mann. And the 3 ball is good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. AI right side. And that one, good. AI's got 19 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Chris out to the right wing. Craig passes to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Down low, intercepted. AI outside. Here's Forbes. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
You just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I'd say he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
Stolen by AI. Now Mills. Out to AI. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Lays it up off the glass. 21 points in the game.
What I like here, AI challenging the defense inside, working for high percentage shots.
The Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
Boy, his assist total to me is the most telling stat. This guy created, he made sharp passes, and the defense was always reacting to him.
Back to Robertson. The tray. Forbes with the rebound. AI outside. The shot from the low post is good.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.